Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a special Canada's Got Talent edition of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Elyachar, the chief content producer and writer of jakestake.com, a pop culture entertainment news website. Now, before we get started, if you're watching this on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and please subscribe. If you're listening to this on any of our audio platforms, please give us a 5-star rating and please download this episode and more episodes. Canada's Got Talent's off to a great start, and it's because of acts like this one. I am here with the coach of the Conversion Dance team who received Trish Stratus' Golden Buzzer. And as of recording right now, their powerful audition has been viewed 860,000 times on the show's YouTube channel. So please help me welcome Vincent Desjardins to the podcast.
Well, thanks for having me. Hi, guys.
Hi, Vincent. Thank you so much for taking time in your schedule to talk with me today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for the invite. I'm excited.
All right, so let's get started. Could you share the Conversion Dance Group's origin story to my audience?
Yes, actually, the piece that we did for Audition was something really important for all of us, even more on my side, because it's been a couple of years that my girlfriend and I tried to have a baby, and it was not working. So we tried for 8 years. We've been followed up with an hospital team, and we tried to have a baby, and it never worked. So last year, we got the great news that we would have a baby. So I was really excited about that. And because it's a FIV baby, we had more meetings with the doctors. And one day we were just listening to the heartbeat for like 30 minutes or something like this. And at one point I was just starting to dance on, well, not dancing, like literally like with the doctor, of course, but in my head, like shapes started to come to me. So I was like, you know what, let's just try to do something like this. And I've been calling all of my dancers my kids for so many years. So to share that with them was something really important, really, really important for me. So the story of this piece is actually one night I recorded the heartbeat of my baby. I put a piano track on the background, and the full story, if we're going deeper into it, at the beginning, it's an adult heartbeat that starts to go faster and faster, because I remember the day that the nurse called me to say, hey, you know what, you're going to be a dad. My heart started to go faster and faster and faster, because I was not expecting that information to come to me. And at this moment in the dance, the heart stops and you just hear the ultrasound of the baby kicking in the music. So if people are watching the video, they will be able to see the difference in the sound of the heartbeats. And after that, it just starts to go. You know, like when you receive an information like this, a news like this, is just like a wave, and it's bringing you somewhere else. So that's the reason why we use so many effects in the group to create those waves and those shapes until the end of the piece.
That is just amazing. I gotta say, how long did it take you guys? Because dance, I love dance. And how important was it to time every movement to both your heartbeat, your son's heartbeat, and the music? How important was it?
Well, it's actually the most important thing, because the reason why we did that piece is to show how we can be all synced together. So doing a little mistake or something, like when you're watching the piece, it shows, and you don't want that. So it was really important for me, because we're 36 dancers, to really, really be on point and make sure that there was no mistakes, because that's our main concern in that piece. So, and you know, when you're working with 36 people, it's not like if there's only 10 or 5 or something like this. You have to work with each one and make sure you look at everybody. So the time that it took us for practice was longer, because I have to do little groups and watch if everything is perfect, do the same thing with another group and everything. So everything takes longer, but you know what, for that kind of project, time is not an issue. We're going to put the time that we need.
And I gotta say, you guys did a wonderful job. Howie is not the biggest fan of dance acts. He is very hard on both AGT and CGT, but to hear that, the best act of the night, what went through your mind when he said that?
Well, of course, all the comments that Howie is saying is always really important because he has this, everybody's really nice, but he can be sometimes a little bit more constructive. And if he wants to tell something, he's going to say it. So to receive that kind of comment was really amazing because we know he's not going to give that kind of comment all the time. So it was just insane. And it's like, even because I have lots of friends in Quebec and we work really hard, everybody is really, really good. And when he said that lots of great dancers come from Quebec, of course, there's a pressure to this, but it's also a really, really nice comment to receive. And a little bit of pressure when it's just right before the number, but we were really excited about it.
I got to talk to you about Trisha's Golden Buzzer because she moved to. I was watching the audition and watching her reaction. You moved her to tears, and I got to say, what was your feeling come from the audience when Trish raised up to the audience and pressed the Golden Buzzer, and then watching your kids have the golden confetti rain down? What was your? Can you describe your reaction to that?
Well, you know what? I gotta be honest with this one because it's the first time in my life that I was not there in the audience for the audition because I was in Saudi Arabia with Cirque du Soleil. So I had to wait because it was our premiere night there in Saudi Arabia. So I waited all night because there's a 9 hours time difference, and I got the call at 4 o'clock in the morning from my dancers. So I had to live this moment on FaceTime and scream everywhere in my room. So it was not live, and I was so happy to see it last Tuesday because it was something really new for me. So for me, all the emotion came in last Tuesday and not when we taped it. But like just the feeling of the golden buzzer is there's only 5 of them, and to get one is just something on this you cannot describe that. I'm talking to my dancers still, and we try to figure out a word we can put on that emotion, and there's nothing. When you have that much happiness in your body that makes you cry, it's the most beautiful thing. So it's undescribable, and we still play that moment on repeat, and it gives us the energy to put even more work into our art to make sure we're going to have an amazing piece next time also.
Awesome. I gotta say, dance has the dance category over the past couple of years has on every Got Talent. It feels like it's raised their game. As several dance groups such as The Unbeatable, Mayas, and last year's finalist Groovement have elevated the category to promise on various Got Talent franchises. So, how do you hope Conversion adds to the dance genre as the season progresses?
It's a really good question because there's our foundations are more in hip hop, and we've been creating this style that we call fusion for a couple years already. So it's a mix of hip hop and contemporary together. So our main goal when we went to CGT was to put that style out there and just to expose what we were doing. We were not waiting for anything else than just to be lucky to be there to share our work. Now that we got the golden buzzer, of course, our goal is to put it even higher. So we want to raise that bar. And the style of conversion is to put like all those shapes and all this unique style, but with a story always behind and an emotion also. So I think it's our strength, and we want to make sure that we're going to keep that style during the whole process.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, if I have a hypothetical question to throw out to you, are you ready?
Yes.
If Conversion makes it to finale night and Lindsay declares Conversion the winners of Canada's Got Talent season 2, what would this win mean to Conversion, and not just to you and to your staff, but also to the entire student body?
I think the only word would be I don't have nothing else to say, Oh my God. I'm so superstitious in life, and I don't want to jinx anything. And I hope we're going to be part of the finale. And we're already planning this moment, even if we're not there yet, just to make sure it's going to be that strong, to get this prize would mean so much, because it's not only about the prize, but it's about, as I said, to expose something new, to put your story out there. And when you're an artist, you want to make your mark. If you're the one composing it, or you're the one interpreting, like you're the dancer in it, you want to leave a mark, and you want to be that person, to be that person that people are going to remember. And this is the reason why we went on such a big stage at CGT. It's to make sure that everybody can see that. And winning that show would be, just a little good job, guys. You did it. It's People like your style. Keep doing what you're doing, because right now you're leaving that mark.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, my last question is this. In America right now, the America's Got Talent auditions are being taped right now. So they're facing off. If you had a chance to meet with dance teams and also directors who are about ready to face the judges, what advice would you share with them?
Just stay true to yourself. Do what you want, share what you want, and don't try to do like what people did before. It's not the right way to do your own path, and make sure that you stick to your value. And you want to just don't listen to anybody, just listen to yourself and go.
Awesome, Vincent. I want to wish you and Conversion best of luck as you head into the semifinals. Congratulations. This routine was superb, and I think you guys are going to leave a mark on CGT this year.
Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate it, and thanks for your time.
You're so welcome. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, have a great one, everybody. Goodbye.